Hello, and welcome to the next video for Daily Weather Charts, where we're analyzing different weather maps and satellite images for the United States. We'll then look at some national charts to piece together the forecast for the next couple of days. Today's charts are valid on April 25th, 2023. If you enjoy this video, leave a like and subscribe, and we'll get started. We'll start off as usual with the visible satellite view for this Tuesday afternoon, and we have mostly sunny skies for a large part of the southeastern U.S., but we do have some clouds building back into the lower Mississippi Valley ahead of our next storm system. I'll switch to the upper level water vapor view, and we can see a swirl centered over Utah and the Rocky Mountains. That will serve as impetus for several rounds of storms across the southern United States between this afternoon and Thursday. We'll discuss that in a moment. Next, here is the radar view for the country, and we have a couple of interests here. Rain showers and a few storms are ongoing across Oklahoma, producing mainly locally heavy rain. Storms with mainly a hail threat are developing in Colorado and eventually will develop in Texas later this evening. Scattered showers and storms are developing in Florida as well, with an increasingly humid air mass. Next, we're going to move on to the upper air charts. And we're going to see the upper air pattern in the upper atmosphere to see where the jet stream is. One piece of the jet is located over the Great Lakes and into the New England region, and that's going to be sliding off to the northeast, and that is associated with an upper level low up here in southeast Canada. And this is going to be steadily sliding to the northeast. But I am paying closer attention to one piece of the jet stream that is located to the west over the desert southwest. Right over here. And this piece of the jet is going to be getting more organized across the as it tracks across the southern United States over the next few days. And then, so switching back to switching to the midsection of the atmosphere, we see the upper level low over Canada. That's going to be shifting to the northeast, and then another shortwave trough that is digging into the desert southwest here. And one thing to point out here is that the wind speeds across the base of this trough here, you see, are not that strong. And that has been a question regarding the severe weather threat, especially for Wednesday and Thursday. This is one uncertainty that models have been struggling with over the past few days and may limit the overall threat. So that is one thing that needs to be monitored over the next 24 or 36 hours or so. And so now looking at our surface pattern, we see a surface low that is developing across New Mexico, and that is going to help pull up some higher moisture or some dew points into Texas here. And that is why the Storm Prediction Center is forecasting a risk for severe weather. And while we're at it, in fact, let me pull up the SPC outlook here. So we have a slight risk of severe weather outlined for a large part of central Texas and southwest Oklahoma. And so later this afternoon, storms that develop in Texas could have a lower end tornado threat, as well as a damaging wind threat and some large hail. And this hatched area you see here is potential for hailstones greater than 2 inches in diameter. So some significant hail is possible in storms that develop later this afternoon. Those storms are going to shift towards the Dallas area, but the severe threat will likely decrease as a frontal boundary is going to be stalled over that area. And so next, looking into Wednesday, I'll pull up the outlook here. And we have another risk of severe thunderstorms across Texas with an enhanced risk of severe storms over the Dallas area and also in Waco, Texas, with a slight risk surrounding that across Texas, Oklahoma, and into Shreveport, Louisiana. Again, all severe weather hazards are possible, with a few tornadoes possible in north central Texas. Damaging winds are possible, as well as a large hail threat could materialize tomorrow across north central Texas. And then next, as we head into Thursday, that storm system is going to shift to the east, and the SPC has gone ahead and outlined a level 1 out of 5 marginal risk for parts of the Deep South in Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama, and Northwest Florida. And the main uncertainties here is with regards to morning storms that may steal some of the energy later in the afternoon. So there could be, at the very least, a conditional risk of some damaging winds and perhaps some large hail. And when details become a little bit more known, I'll have another update later on. And so next, we're going to go to our national charts. And we're going to start with the surface map for 1 p.m. today. And we have a cold front that is stalled over the Gulf of Mexico, and that's stretching into central Texas. This will lift back to the north as a warm front over the next few days. And then taking a look at tonight, there are severe thunderstorms possible west of the Dallas area, along or west of the frontal boundary. Locally heavy rainfall is possible across Oklahoma and southern Kansas, and then some snow possible in Colorado on the backside of this system. For tomorrow, the warm front continues to lift north as a surface low ejects into Texas. Severe storms are possible again across Texas, including the Dallas area, with occasional showers and storms possible for the southeast with increasing moisture. Looking ahead into Thursday, that surface low tracks to the northeast across the lower Mississippi Valley with a trailing cold front. This puts much of the Deep South in the warm sector of this storm system, which is why the Storm Prediction Center is starting to get concerned with potentially a severe weather threat developing Thursday afternoon. I suspect there will be some changes in that severe weather outlook, especially in the day 3 period, as details become more clear. And so that is going to conclude this video, and I'll see you in the next update.